Hello everybody, this is Araspus, and today I'm going to talk about something very controversial, and it is something breathtaking philosophical fact about time. And when I say fact, it means that it is proven. If it is not proven, I wouldn't say it is a philosophical fact, because when something is not proven, it is theory, alright? But right now I'm not talking about theory, I'm talking about the facts. And it's about the time, we always think about it. We always think about time, and we always do our everyday tasks according to the time. We have time management. I don't know, we say that the time is the most important thing that we have in our lives. Don't waste your time, or something like, we have these things, and now we have to reconsider about that, about the word time. And we have to think about it. Okay, what is it? What is the time? So can you tell me what your definition of time is? Is it the year that we're talking about, or maybe the months, or the weeks, or the days, or the hours, the minutes, the seconds? What is it? But in philosophy, we actually go lower and lower and lower, and what is lower than the second? I don't know. We do not have any word for that, but we can say the moments. All right. Now, in order to understand what time is, let's imagine that we have two big tanks. All right. One tank is actually located above the other one, and the other tank is located under the next tank. And these two tanks are connected to each other with a small pipe. The tank that is located at the top side is future. The tank that is located in the downside is past. And that little tight and a small pipe is the present tense. Imagine we have water in the tank, in the tank in the upper side, and that water is continuously and incessantly coming to the present, and from the present, which is that small pipe, the time goes to the past. All right. Or we can imagine something like, a sand hour, for example, or a glass hour. I don't know. In sand hour or glass hour, we have the similar thing. The upper side is future, and the downside, we can imagine that it's a past. And that little part, which is a tiny and tight part, is present. And we think, this is our imagination, all right? I'm not going to say that it is true or it is false. At the end of the video, I come to this conclusion. Maybe it is illusion, or maybe it is not illusion. It is a fact, or I don't know. We will just wait. We will discuss it in detail. We usually think that the time is in future, and the time comes to the present, and it goes away to the past. This is what we usually think. Why do we think that way? Because we think we can predict the future. This is our imagination. We cannot predict the future. This is what we think we can do it, but honestly, we cannot do it. We think we can predict the future because we are in a loop, and we can see the changes every day. For example, I'm not going to be able to say, all right, tomorrow the sun will rise from the east, and then tomorrow will begin, and that is tomorrow, because yeah, definitely the sun will rise from the east tomorrow, all right? But if you do not sleep at the night, if you just stay awake, and if you are in that moment, if you just continuously feel the moments after moment after moment after moment, you see that gradually the sky, which is black at night, it will be gradually, little by little, it will gradually change to dark blue, and then it changes to blue or something like that, and light blue, and then you see, all right, I feel there are some shadows So the shadow, there should be a sun that is actually shining to the, I don't know, to the buildings or to the trees or something like that, and then I can feel the shadows. And then you say, oh, finally I could see that the sun rises, and every day it happens. No, this is not a prediction, honestly. This is because we are in a loop of changes in the whole world, and we think that the future time, we think that we are predicting the future time. This is not correct. Uh, we think that way because we are changing, and we think that changing only occurs when the time exists. All right. For example, we understand, we feel that and we see that we are getting old. So, or we see that the seasons are changing. But when we look at the issue in a kind of philosophical way, we have to understand what future is and what past is. Okay, let's first talk about the past time. Uh, we all know, understand that the past does not exist, or at least we can say it in this way: it does not exist anymore. When we say it does not exist anymore, it means that, yeah, we had some experience before which was present, but when it goes to the past, they say, okay, do not think about it. Don't think about it. It has gone away. All right? It does not exist anymore. So it belongs to, I don't know, nothingness. It belongs to emptiness. It is non existence. And that is true. The past does not exist. The past does not exist. And what about future? Future, just think about that upper tank that I told you. The future is the upper tank. That there are some water in the upper tank, and it goes to that small pipe, little pipe, which is present tense if we actually divide the time into past, present, and future, and then it goes to nothingness. It goes to emptiness. It goes to non-existence. So how could it be possible? Before I actually tell you that philosophical fact, I'm gonna tell you something that maybe you don't agree with me, but anyway, I think that way. The future does not exist either. The future is non-existence too, because what we think about future, well, we are thinking about something which has not happened yet. It is something abstract. It is something in our mind. It's a kind of illusion. But since we are living in this world and we see the changes and we are stuck in a loop, we think that it exists. All right? But the future tense or future time or the future moments, those moments do not exist. This is what we think that they exist. All right? So, how is it possible that something that it is in the upper tank and we call it's a kind of non-existence, it comes to present tense, which is a pipeline that I told you. It's a small pipeline that it just let the water from the upper tank to go downside to the lower tank, which is emptiness, which is the past. And we think, all right, it's full of future. But the future, if it is non-existence, how something from non-existence come to existence and then it goes to non-existence again? It is impossible. Logically, according to the logic of Aristotle, it is impossible. Aristotle says it is impossible. He says that nothing can come to existence from non-existence. Nothing can come to existence from non-existence. And nothing will go to non-existence from existence. So, maybe you ask this question, all right, what happens to us when we die? when I actually say this sentence, after this statement, maybe we will have a lot of questions, and if I want to actually answer all those questions, it will take a long time. So maybe you can actually write a question in the comments below and comment section below, and I will talk about it. I try to talk about it, or I will make a video after that. So we, as the humans, are are able to give credit to what time is. So, but I don't know how different animals think about time. Do they have any perception of what time is? Although they see the changes, but do they understand what time is? Do they understand what tomorrow is? But anyway, philosophy says that time does not exist. The future time does not exist. The past time does not exist. But what about present? And you may say, okay, right now I'm watching this video, so it is present tense, and I'm understanding that. I'm watching that. I'm understanding that. So it is something that it occurs in present, right? Yes, right. The answer is yes and no. The answer is yes because yeah, you can understand it right now, and the effect of your understanding remains in your brain for some period of time. All right, but what happens then? What happens then? As soon as I say something, forget about YouTube video. As soon as I say, imagine that you are just right here in my room, and I'm talking to you, and as soon as I say something and you comprehend it, it goes to the past. As soon as you comprehend it, I said it before. I said it, I don't know, a few milliseconds ago. All right. So what you are understanding is something that occurred in the past, not present. Yeah. At the first I said that past does not exist anymore. Yeah, it does not exist anymore. But the effect of the past tense remains in your brain. So maybe I can come to this conclusion that the more intellectual you are, the more introvert person you are, because you are living in the past. You are not living in the present. You are not living in the future. So is it good or bad? Well, maybe psychologists are completely against me. I don't care about them. In philosophy, we don't care about psychology, and they do not care about philosophy as well. So it is not important how they think about philosophy, if it is good or bad, if we do not think about future, or we do not think about present, or we have to think about past. And if we have a plan for what we think it is future, they are all based on our experiences that they all occurred in the past. And also, the present tense is too small to say that it exists. It is very, very small. It's too small. According to the logic, it does not exist. According to the logic that I told you, that it comes from the non-existence and it goes to non-existence. So in the middle, we cannot say it came from non-existent to existence and then from the existence to non-existence. It's impossible. Logically, it's impossible. But it is very, very difficult for human being to understand it because we are in the loop of changes, and we see and we feel the changes, and we understand that changes only occur in the time. So, nothingness. Time is nothing. And that is a sentence of Marcus Aurelius. I'm talking about the Roman Empire, who was a philosopher too. He said, "We are mortals, like shadows and dust."
Marcus Aurelius is dead, Maximus. We mortals are but shadows and dust. Shadows and dust, Maximus!